This is Mac Ken.
Apple stores in England are back in business. Apple wins in wearables, and a listener weighs in on the iPhone water fight. It's Thursday, the 3rd of December, 2020. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by Mint Mobile. Buy any 3-month plan and get 3 more months free at mintmobile.com/macosken. This show is also sponsored by NordVPN. Online security starts with a click. A VPN gives you a secure, encrypted tunnel for your online traffic. Nobody can see through that tunnel and get their hands on your internet data. That's great if you're traveling, which some of us still have to do. It's great, too, if you just want to keep your browsing history to yourself, which sometimes I want to do. So, why choose NordVPN? Well, they've got over 5,200 super-fast servers in 59 countries around the world. The next web says with NordVPN, you will always find fast, reliable access points, and with 0 logs recorded, you can surf safely knowing your information will never fall into the wrong hands. I say I've been trying their servers both here and abroad, and my access has been speedy and easy. But try it for yourself with their special Christmas deal. Every purchase of a 2-year plan will get you 4 additional months free. Go to nordvpn.com/macosken and use the coupon macosken at checkout. NordVPN comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so take advantage of this deal. Get 4 additional months free with a 2-year plan. Just use the coupon macosken at nordvpn.com/macosken. And a big thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring today's show. So I guess England is COVID-free or something, because their lockdown is over. Why are we talking about that here? Because the end of the lockdown means England's iPhone upgrade program appointments are back underway. That is according to a piece from iMore. The way the program works in England, you have to go to a store and have the phone checked out by an Apple employee before you can upgrade. For the past few weeks, though, such examinations were off limits, as were trips to Apple stores for anything besides picking up orders made online. Now, though, iMore says all 32 stores in the country have reopened and are open to customers for appointments and seemingly walk-in shopping too. By contrast, stores in Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland are open, but are only accepting customers on an appointment basis. As for the iPhone upgrade program, an iMore reader says customers in England can now upgrade their iPhone on the iPhone upgrade program by reserving a phone and booking a slot at their local Apple store. And all is right with the world. Except for the part where I'm pretty sure that they're not actually COVID-free. But they tried. Well, they tried something. Okay, they did something. If you're looking for a good growth story for Apple, look no further than the wrist or the ears. Apple Insider cites new numbers from IDC showing substantial growth for Cupertino's wearables. According to the firm, that segment of Apple's business grew 38.6% in the third quarter of 2020 versus the same quarter a year earlier. That beats growth for the wider wearables market, tracked by IDC, at 35.1%. According to their numbers, Apple shipped 41.4 million devices in the wearables category, which includes AirPods and AirPods Pro, up from 29.8 million year over year. Apple Watch grew 75% in the same period, from 6.8 million units shipped in the third quarter of 2019 to 11.8 million units shipped in the third quarter of 2020. Despite the growth for Apple Watch, IDC has Xiaomi taking the top spot in the wrist-worn wearables category, with a 24.5% share of the market versus Apple's 21.6%. Broaden the scope to all wearables, though, and Apple takes the quarter with a market share of 33.1% to second place Xiaomi's 13.4%. Of course, we'll never know whether IDC's numbers are correct. As Apple Insider points out, Apple no longer reports individual unit sales for its product categories, so IDC's shipment data is just an estimate. It does go to sentiment, though, and what can I say? I'm a sentimental guy. Apple Pay may be getting its pesos on soon. 9to5Mac says Apple's contactless payment solution seems set to launch soon, south of the border, down Mexico way. According to the report, a recent video shows off the first banks and retailers that will support Apple's contactless payment platform, and Apple's Mexican website says it's coming muy pronto. Off now to Sao Paulo, where you buy a new iPhone and you get a power adapter free if you ask for it. Apple Insider says while Apple has stopped including power adapters with the purchase of new iPhones, the Brazilian state is sort of reversing that decision. Quoting the report, Procon SP, Sao Paulo's state consumer protection agency, has decided to require Apple to provide a charger with iPhone 12 models to customers who request them, the agency said in a press release on Wednesday. The way Procon SP sees it, the adapter is an essential part of using devices like iPhone. By not packaging a charger with its devices, according to Apple Insider, the agency said that Apple is violating the Brazilian Consumer Defense Code. Additionally, Procon SP said that Apple did not sufficiently demonstrate the environmental gains made by removing the charger and did not make it clear enough that a charger wasn't included with new iPhones in its marketing. More news in a moment, but first a word from Mint Mobile, coming at you with an amazing holiday deal. Right now, switch to Mint Mobile, buy any 3-month plan, and get another 3 months for free. That is Mint Mobile's best offer of the year, just in time for the holidays. I got the coolest thing in the mail yesterday. It was a Christmas card from Mint Mobile majority owner Ryan Reynolds. Of course, it wasn't just for me. I'm pretty sure every Mint Mobile customer got one. But you know what it did? It made me laugh. It actually made me happy. My old carrier never, ever sent me anything in the mail that ever made me happy, ever. If you had said to me before Mint Mobile that I would have a carrier that made me feel good, I'd have found that hard to believe. Of course, it doesn't hurt that their service is great. Speeds and coverage have been fantastic for me, but you want to make sure it's good for you too. That's why Mint Mobile comes with a 7-day money-back guarantee. Make sure their coverage covers you, that you get the speed you need. If you're not completely satisfied, return it within 7 days for a full refund. With a deal this good, now is the perfect time to try Mint Mobile. For a limited time, buy any 3-month Mint Mobile plan and get 3 more months free by going to mintmobile.com/macosken. That's MINT, mintmobile.com/macosken. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/macosken. And a big thanks to Mint Mobile for sponsoring today's show. The Liquid iPhone game continues. I told you Tuesday of Italy's insistence that Apple had misled consumers about just how water-resistant iPhone is. The boot fined the Cupertino company roughly $12 million US for that. Then just a day later, CNET ran an impressive piece about syncing an iPhone 12 a couple of times and coming back with a working phone. At least for a while. While they know that their test wasn't scientific, CNET said, anecdotally, that they felt comfortable with iPhone's water resistance rating. macOS Ken listener Brandon is not as comfortable. He sent me an email Wednesday saying, "For what it's worth, my brother's iPhone 10 and my iPhone 11 both experienced significant damage from a short time in water. My Face ID camera still doesn't work, and my iPhone typically gets stuck in recovery mode when booting. Perhaps chemicals in pool water are more damaging than lake water." I'm not thrilled with Apple refusing service when Phil Schiller was up on stage with a photo of a phone at the bottom of a pool and saying not to worry if it falls in water. Either cover water damage under warranty or stop advertising the phones as fine under 3 meters of water for up to 30 minutes. So says Brandon, who will not be baptizing his phone in Lake Tahoe. News of another big name for the morning show. iDownload blog says Julianna Margulies is set to join the second season of the Apple TV Plus drama. You may know her from ER, or The Good Wife, or Billions. Even if you don't know her, she is a powerhouse, says the piece, especially when it comes to television. iDownload blog says she has been nominated for 10 Academy Awards, and she's won 3, though I'm pretty sure they meant Emmys. Emmys are for TV. Academy Awards are for film. Anyway, she is awesome. That is not iDownload blog saying that. It's me. I got a crush. I'm not afraid to admit it. I can't wait to see her in the morning show, though I will, of course, have to wait to see her in the morning show. No word yet on when season 2 of the drama will premiere. And finally today, a power player at Apple Podcasts has left for a podcast startup. Apple Insider says longtime Apple employee Steve Wilson, who most recently served as an Apple Podcasts marketing executive, has left the company for a new role at scripted podcast startup Qcode. Hey, my show's scripted. Speaking of the transition to Variety, Wilson said, "The through line in my career has always been a passion for how technology and amazing content can enhance people's lives. Podcasting empowers individuals to share their voice with the world and promote storytelling which engenders connection and empathy. I'm excited to be joining Qcode, which is at the forefront of this medium, and helping to carve a way forward for scripted fiction in the space." Scripted fiction. Well, this doesn't sound like a bunch of scrappy upstarts. The piece says Qcode focuses on scripted storytelling with its small slate of shows typically led by well-known actors or media personalities. Hank the Cowdog, for example, features Matthew McConaughey, while Demi Moore stars in erotic drama Dirty Diana. Rami Malek is the feature player in the apocalyptic thriller Blackout. Tessa Thompson stars in The Left-Right Game. Interestingly, Dirty Diana, The Left-Right Game, and Blackout have all been optioned for TV or film adaptations. I wonder who they'll get to play the parts. Also, I wonder if any Qcode shows will end up floating in Apple's TV stream. Wouldn't that be something? Coming up in a few minutes, the Maccast's Adam Christensen and I do fun fantasy talk. Nothing kinky. Rather, we discuss industries we would like to see Apple disrupt, by which I mean improve. Catch the show in a few minutes, wherever you get podcasts. Yesterday on macOS Ken Live, we talked about Apple's picks for apps of the year and how they fit into #these uncertain times. Catch a replay at youtube.com/KenRay or subscribe to the audio podcast macOS Ken Live wherever you subscribe to podcasts. Also going live again today, 3:30 Pacific, 6:30 Eastern. youtube.com/KenRay for macOS Ken Live. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by NordVPN. Sign up for a 2-year plan and get 4 more months free with offer code macOSKen at nordvpn.com/macOSKen. This show is also sponsored by Mint Mobile. Buy any 3-month plan and get 3 more months free at mintmobile.com/macosken. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. Info at macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.